Good morning, everyone. Hope you all are safe and enjoying at home, doing something productive. I'm going to share a link for today's speaking session so you guys can access accordingly and then share your questions. Particularly, you are looking for the answers with me. I would try to give you some best answers. Hi, Shubham Mandhan. Good morning. Hope I'm audible. Yeah, Shubham? Akash, good morning, sir. How are you all? Yeah. Okay, that's great. So, Shubham, just be ready to ask some questions, right? Hi, Minakshi. Good morning. Mandeep Kaur, good morning. Abhay Jaglan, good morning, sir. Lalita is there. Good morning. Prince, good morning, guys. Good morning. Just be ready with your questions. We can start up the session accordingly. Yes, Prince, good morning. So just don't be the viewers, be the participants as well. Yes, Udit here. Good morning. You're getting punctual day by day, Udit, right? Anjali Kush here. Good morning. Yeah, Sumit, great. Yeah, waiting for the questions as well, sir. Hurry up. Uh, Even guys, what you have to do when teachers they call you for your speaking sessions, you can record your speaking samples and you can share with your teachers as well as to me. I would like to see the quality you guys are getting from our side and your performance level as well. So if you have mobile applications where you can record your calls, so please record and send to me, right? Udit is saying every day I open my shop. Sir, is that the shop necessary? Like that is permitted in lockdown? Anjali Kush is asking about the foreign food. Ma'am, questions please. Questions please. It would be really convenient for me to just follow the same, right? Otherwise, I just can try to find out. Foreign food, foreign food. Is that in the list? Paras Gandhi's good morning. Navya, good morning. Mandeep Kaur, she has asked one question that is about old buildings. Old buildings are basically called the monuments. Okay. Yes, Anjali, you can share your questions. Meanwhile, I'm going to discuss the question of Mandeep Kaur. Should old buildings be preserved? I guess yes, if they are useful. It is the same. Should elders be preserved? Should elders be protective? Yes, in the same way, if not in case of elders, either they are useful or not, we have to protect them actually. But in case of old buildings, if they are productive, they are giving any benefit to the country. For example, if that building is popular among tourists and revenue is being generated, moreover, if that building has really a historical value, for example, Taj Mahal, Red Fort, these are the buildings about Golden Temple. These are the old historical monuments which should be like preserved, particularly in order to impart the knowledge from one generation to another about their culture, about their generates the revenue for the government. As a lot of tourists they come to see such places, so I think these buildings should be preserved. Like unless these are not just like a white elephant, the government is protecting and spending money to maintain such buildings and there is no productivity, no benefit of that, then these buildings should be destroyed. Otherwise, buildings which are beneficial should be protected, I guess. Anjali Kush is asking about, have you ever tried foreign food? Yes, I have tried many times as I'm a traveling buff. Whenever I go to places out of my hometown or whenever I go to such hotels, I try various of foods or cuisines, you can say that. At the time, I get a chance to explore something new. So I see the menu, and I just try to get a food which I have never tried before. For example, a few months ago, I went to Shimla and I visited a renowned hotel there, Hotel Kimaya, and there I tried Italian food for the first time in my life. So same, I just explore whenever I just go somewhere else. So I have tried foreign food, and in the future, definitely it would be my agenda to try more international cuisines. Jasprit Kaur is there. Good morning. Okay, next question is from Lalita Chaudhary. What kind of foreign food is popular in your country? I guess Chinese food is the most popular. Many other type of foods are also. Continental foods are there. Italian foods are there. But I guess the Chinese foods are the most popular. Not nowadays, and in future, I guess people will not import that much. But the ingredients, the techniques, which people are using more in the foreign food are from the China, particularly. We can take the example of noodles, momos. These are the certain foods I think quite popular in China, and they are native foods of China. So the most popular foreign foods in my country are popular are like these. If you ask particularly about what kind of, so in the way we should give that fast food, most of the foreign foods which are popular, they are fast food like pizza, burger, hamburger actually. So these are all the fast food in the category, if I say. Otherwise, if I say about the country from where they belong, that is about the China actually. Anjali Kush, the next question is about foreign food is, what kind of foreign food is popular in a country? That already I have given the answer. What kind of new food you tried recently? Okay, I still remember a new hotel was opened in my town a few months back. So as I love to travel new places, I visited that hotel and I tried the seaweeds there for the first time. I don't think it's a foreign food or it's available in my country as well, but that was quite unusual for me. That seaweeds is a particular kind of grass from the sea, but I read a lot about that particular food, And when I saw that food in the list of the menu of that hotel, then I decided to try it, and I enjoyed it actually. So that was the foreign food. Next question is about, yeah, I have given the answer of that, Anjali, as well. Hurry up, guys, hurry up. Come up with more questions. Shubham, there is no question from your side. Navya, Punjab, these people are not participating that much. Abhay Jaglan. Okay, Shubham asking about traditional clothes. It's coming back, sir. Okay, Punjab is asking, should old building be preserved? Sir, I already have given the answer that you can watch the video again. The very first question that was asked by Mandeep Kaur, and I gave the answer of that. Okay, the next question is from Punjab again. How do old buildings affect the appearance of a place? I think there is a huge impact of the type of buildings or construction on a particular place. Like the countries or that particular place, tradition can be observed easily from the type of buildings or the construction there. Even that gives a decent look. We can take the example of any traditional city like Jaipur. Like all the buildings are there like type of fort. They are constructed in the way of like 1,000 years back. So that shows that the particular culture of that area is being represented by the buildings. In other ways, we can take the example of such cities like modern cities like Mumbai, where buildings are skyscrapers mostly. So they are showing the modern touch, modern methods of building. So there is a huge impact of the type of building in a particular place. And all buildings, how they affect a place actually, about that is not only by the look, as it gives a different look, makes that city different from others, but also it gives such kind of job opportunities to local people, as a lot of tourists come from other areas. Local people, they can sell the local products there. You can take the example of Taj Mahal. You can take the example of Brahmsarovara in Kurukshetra. So a lot of local people, they are going there and selling products to people. Those are coming from other areas to visit such places. So that is the impact actually. Question is from Lolita, that is, are there any interesting buildings in your country? Yes, my country is known for its rich historical background, and there are many monuments, like even such some were built about thousands of years ago, such as Red Fort and Taj Mahal, one of the seven wonders. Golden Temple is there, which is entirely coated with gold. But it is not only about the old buildings. There are many other interesting buildings as well. You can take the example of building, if I have to say about. Particularly, you can go for any modern building, like not in my country, but like in other countries, like Burj Khalifa is there in Dubai. But in my country, particularly, the old buildings are, which are quite interesting, and other buildings are just like skyscrapers. Paras Gandhi is asking what kind of food we need to avoid. Sir, the food which is harmful for your health, actually, which is good in taste, but still giving you no nutritious value. That kind of food should be avoided by you, I guess, which is oily, which is contaminated, which is preserved, actually. It means you should give the preference to homemade food and the fresh food, and you should avoid the outside food, fast food particularly, and canned food which is preserved and packed, because that can be harmful for your health. Minakshi Dabar is asking why nowadays taller and taller. Okay, now why nowadays taller and taller buildings are constructed? Yes, nowadays the trend of skyscrapers is increasing rampantly, and the root cause behind this type of construction is lack of space. As we know that a lot of people, they are migrating from villages to cities, or particularly the population density is increasing everywhere. So the tall buildings, like particular skyscrapers, they consume less space and occupy more people. They are multi-storied. All the services are available under a single roof. That is the first reason, that in order to procure the land, actually. The second reason is that as people, they are migrating from different areas. So instead of just living in horizontal kind of houses, it is better to live in like vertical kind of house, where people, they can make a society, they can be connected with each other instead of living in different houses. So these are certain reasons that why skyscrapers are more in trend nowadays. Subhash Thakurji is asking, how should one behave in office to get along well with others? Well, behavior is just a reflection, like what the same, what you expect from others, you should behave the same. When you are new in office, in an office, and you want to get acceptance, I think you should behave. Uh, that is the, you have to be extrovert. You have to greet everyone. You have to show interest in others. And if there is any kind of participation, you should take charge of that. It means you will come to know about others, and you will easily intermingle with the other colleagues and members of that office. So you should behave cooperatively. You should be extrovert in that case, so you can easily intermingle with other members of that office. Mandeep Virk is asking, are buildings important for tourism? Of course. Most of the tourists, when they go to any place, what they like to see, that is just the buildings, particularly traditional buildings of that place. No doubt they also take part, they become interested in the food, the culture, the tradition, songs, music of that particular area. But the most important feature which attracts like the tourists, that is the type of buildings there. You can take the example of India. As a lot of people, they come here, they just like to visit Golden Temple and Agra Taj Mahal. So these are the buildings. So yes, tourism is totally dependent on the type of buildings in a particular country. As people, they go to Dubai, what they like to watch there, Burj Khalifa. So that is almost about the buildings which attract people to visit that place. Bispal Sharma ji, good morning. Abhi aaye ho kya? Questions भी पूछिए sir. Aditi Sharma, what difficulties do people face while starting their career? After completing the qualification, people, they seek job opportunities. So there are certain stumbling blocks a person has to face in the initial stage of his career. First of all, the right career choice is not available sometimes. A person who has a different aim in his mind about the employment, but he's not getting the same job he was just dreaming about. That is the first difficulty. The second difficulty is about the location. Most of the jobs are not available in local areas. So in the initial stage, a person has to go to other areas for starting his career. One more difficulty that a person faces, that is about the unfamiliarity with the people in the surrounding, actually. So sometimes it becomes like a kind of situation when person is he has to be in the isolation, actually. Even sometimes the wages are less in the initial stage, because that person is not having experience, so he can't claim much salaries. So these are the certain fluctuations a person experiences in his initial stage of career. Aditi Sharma, she asked that question. That was great. Punjab Virk is there. Do young and old people have the same attitude towards old building? I guess no. Oh, like old people, particularly, they look towards the old building as their heritage, as their like culture. Particularly, they have a different respect. But youngsters, they only consider old building as a source of recreation and entertainment. So I think they both the generations they have different attitudes towards the old buildings. Right. You guys are many and still I'm tackling your questions. You should bombard the questions, man. Hurry up. Don't you have any question? Should I start then? Okay. Subhash Thakur is asking, what kind of professions are suitable for giving information? What kind of professions are suitable for giving information, sir? If the information is about the journal information, then I'll say that the media, the profession of a journalist is quite good to give the information actually, because they have to be aware about they are aware about all the scenarios or all the conditions or situations which are happening in our country or surroundings. Even the person who is familiar with the technology, the media people particularly, they are good to give the information. Even the it depends on hierarchy as well, because the people those are on higher positions, they are suitable for giving the information. For example, prime minister gives the information to the whole nation about the same whenever there is any issue or any concern about. So people on higher positions and media is these are such professions. Kamaljeet is asking, are buildings important for tourism? Yes, ma'am. I already have given the answer of that. Like buildings are important because whenever a tourist visits any place, he particularly keeps that thing in mind. He has to visit such monuments and buildings of that particular area. Example is of Taj Mahal and Golden Temple. Whenever a tourist comes to India, he likes to visit these two places particularly. So I say yes. Sumit is asking, while learning a foreign language, which part is easier? So what are the parts actually? A language contains many parts about the grammar, about the speaking, writing. I guess speaking is the easiest part because a person easily becomes familiar with that. You can take the example of English. A lot of people, they are able to communicate in English, but they can't write down sometimes. Some people, they talk Punjabi, but still they are unable to write down. So I guess the speaking part is the most easiest to learn about any foreign language. Okay, Aditi Sharma is asking, what is the difference between the advice of younger and old people? As per my experience, older people, they give less advice because they are pretty sure about, they have experienced such things in their life. So whatsoever they feel good, they give advice accordingly. They don't make other person confused about by giving more advices. And on the other hand, in the case of younger people, they are flooded with a lot of advices. They give, whenever you will ask to a young person, he will give you many advices. Either he is updated, so he is trying to give more options to a person. Sometimes it makes that person confused. So that is the general difference about giving advices by younger ones and older ones. You can take the example of any old member of your family. If you'll go to him or her, and they will think before giving you advice, and then they will give you one particular advice. But if you'll go to a person of your same age, definitely that person is gonna give you multiple advices. It is good sometimes as you get a choice, but sometimes it put you in dilemma. Dilbag Dhillon is asking, do you think factory farming or scientific creation of veg or fruit is important? I guess yes, sir. what is factory farming? Actually, the products which are made under particular conditions. There is no restriction of the weather or the season actually, and even the native foods of a particular area can be grown in other countries as well. That farming is done in factories. You can take the example of poly farming particularly, and certifications is again the genetic engineering. These kind of methods are important and vital to survive in such conditions as we are now, as in some areas where the weather is not good. So such kind of packed food or such kind of scientific farming can help to fulfill the demand of the people. It bridges the gap between demand and supply actually. Even as nowadays people, they are busy, they need such kind of food which they can prepare easily. So at the time we need such foods which are available every time and can be preserved for a long time. So scientific farming and factory farming plays an important role in this fast and furious world. Punjab is asking what is interesting about all buildings. Sir, all buildings, they are having different way of construction. They have at least a unique feature. What they are representing actually, they represent particular culture. So you can take the example of Taj Mahal. About that unique feature is about that it shines like a pearl at night. What about Golden Temple is that it was constructed 600 years ago and it is in a pond, but still it is intact. So these are constructed with a different meaning and specific feature, and there is definitely a purpose behind constructing that building. So that's something interesting which take you to visit that building. Anjali Kush is asking how young parents and from their near and dear ones about choosing their profession actually. But nowadays youngsters, they are going for their own choices. They are just taking suggestions from parents but not following the such suggestions properly. uh, but they are just looking the suggestions from internet, and they even looking to try such jobs for a short span of time. If they find that job okay, they just go for the longer time, otherwise they switch that. So these are the differentiations between the career choices of youngsters nowadays and in the past. Next question is about by Hardeep Hariyaji. How do all building affect the appearance of place? I already have given the answer, sir. You can watch the video again. So I don't know, I'm gonna repeat the same answer. How do all building affect the appearance, sir? Question is 3 times. Sorry for that. I have already given the answer. You can just watch the video again. Next question is by Subhash Thakurji. Should children be involved in management activities? Yes, sir. At home, whenever parents, they are just making any arrangement or where the management skills are required, I think children should be involved. For example, if a family is going to organize a function in the home or hotel, children should be involved in that way. They can learn something about how to organize a function, how to manage money, how to take decisions, actually, how to organize things. And such skills can lead them to produce good results, not only in their academics, but also in their professional life further. So exactly as your parents, whenever they are just making any decision, they should make you sit with them and should discuss things, so you will become mature easily, and when you will face such situations in your life, you can tackle them easily. So children should be involved in management decisions of any family actually. uh, Next question is by Aman Singh. Aman Singh, I guess from UP, right, sir? Do you think that historical buildings help in the growth of economy of a country? True, sir. Absolutely. Because these are the part of the tourism and generate a lot of revenue for the local government. You can take the example of Brahmsrovara in Kurukshetra. A lot of people visit here, and they come, they buy the tickets, they also purchase such things, even they stay in that place. So they are spending a lot of money just because of that particular building. Even you can take the example of Golden Temple and Taj Mahal. like a million of people are visiting these places, and that is generating the revenue not only for the local government but also for the inhabitants of that particular area. Okay, this is Aman Singh from Chika, right, sir? With the reference of Paji from Hatira, right? Aditi Sharma, how can business benefit the community in which they are located? This is true that it is the responsibility of any firm to give something back to the society they are established actually in. Well, there is a particular there's a particular law that's called CSR, corporate social responsibility, that says excuse me. There is a particular law that's called CSR, corporate social responsibility. So what is that law actually? If any industry is earning something, so 2% of that income they have to spend for the benefit of that particular area where they are, because they are creating pollution there and they are using the resources of that particular area. The first way to give something back to the society or for the society welfare, that is by giving some money or by giving some services. That particular industry can just invest some money in that particular area, or can just fund the schools and education institutes, or certain kind of services can be run by that particular industry. And other ways that that company should provide the priority to the local people in the employment actually. If local people are involved in the employment, not only that area will grow but also company will get such employees at low cost. Because if take the example of an industry in Kushetra, if the employees are from Kushetra only, they are ready to work on low wages. But if someone is migrating from other area and he has to pay the like cost of bear the cost of accommodation and other things, definitely he will ask for more wages. So these are the ways a company can like give some benefits to the local area where it is established actually. Next question is from Minakshi Dabur. What places do you think are often crowded? Well, what I have experienced, mostly the public places like the railway stations, bus stations, malls, particularly nowadays, because mall is an area where a lot of services are available under the single roof. Hotels are there, shopping centers are there, theaters are there. So these are certain places which are often crowded. We can see that. All right, I think done with the questions. So now it's time for the cue card. Please share the cue card you are looking to get the answer about, please. Question is from Mandeep Virk. Minakshi Dabur. The places like bus stations, railway stations, and historical buildings are usually crowded. Yes, thanks. Yes, please. Jyoti Rana is asking something. Why nowadays tall and taller buildings are constructed? Jyoti, I have given the answer of that, but still I can repeat. You can see that a lot of skyscrapers are there in every city, and the basic reason behind constructing such type of building is to procure the land, because such kind of vertical buildings are requiring less land, and nowadays we know population is increasing rampantly, so we need more space to construct buildings. Or skyscraper building requires less land but occupies more people actually. The second reason is behind providing all the services nearby. In a community building like skyscraper, gym is there, parking is there, meeting halls is there. So as people, they are coming from different areas to live in a city. So if they are living in different houses, there would be no connection or communication among them. But if they are living in a particular building, while climbing the stairs, going through lift, or by using the community or common places in that building, I guess they will talk with each other. So increase the common harmony and to procure the land, more taller buildings are being constructed nowadays. Yes, Q card. Which Q card you are interested in? Okay, if you have no questions, so I can share one that you should prepare for tomorrow, right? The question is about describe a toy you received in your childhood. It is one of the toughest cue cards, actually, what I have experienced about, because there are very few things to speak about. But I would like to make you prepare for the same. The introduction can be given on the toys, the benefits and importance of the toys, particularly for children. As you can see from the question, that the answer should be in the past only, because a toy you received in your childhood, they're asking about 10 or 15 years back, particularly according to your age. So you can say by like toys play an important role in everyone's life, because toys are such sources about which ensure the motor and cognitive development of children. What is motor development? When a child uses toys, so he involves himself physically with that toy, so he just gets some exercises actually, so he involves some physical activities and his motor development can be ensured. And second is about when he's taking that toy as a learning activity, there are some blocks, there are some color differentiations, about there are different shapes. So when a child plays with that toy, he learns a lot of things and his cognitive development also can be improved. Even toys are really recreational sources. Like a child can learn a lot of things by the toys, particularly. Even parents, they can engage their children in productive manner when they have given the toys. So uh, in my childhood, lucky I was that I had a lot of toys. My room was flooded with toys actually. Some I bought when I visited market with my parents. Some were given by my parents, and some I received as gifts from others on special occasions of my life. There were many toys actually which I received. Some were about electrical gadgets, some were like blocks and shapes of, and some were about musical toys as well. But here I would like to describe about a toy which is still in my remembrance, and I have nostalgic memories related to that toy. You have your own experiences about, but here I would like to talk about a toy that is a mobile phone actually. That was a mobile phone. Actually, my maternal uncle, he used to have a mobile phone of Apple brand, and I usually ask him about the giving that mobile to me. And I remember it was the occasion of, I guess, my fifth birthday, and at the time, my maternal uncle, he gifted me a mobile phone. Actually, that was the replica of an iPhone. Actually, it was exactly the same as of the real iPhone, but it was having, I guess, more features of my use. It was in red color, which was my favorite one, and it was an electronical mobile phone actually, which was based on batteries, and batteries could be recharged, like could be charged again and again. It was quite light in weight, and there were many buttons actually. There were buttons, and while pressing the button, uh, animals' audio can be listened. Like there were shapes or the photographs of animals were there on each and every button. So when you press that button, like the particular animal's sound can be listened. So I learned the identification of animals and their sounds from that particular mobile phone. Even there was a torch available which I used to uh, use at night time whenever I was going in bed, till I was not getting asleep about. I used to just make the images on the ceiling actually. There was a recording option also available in that mobile phone. So I used to record my voice, some songs and some poems I was listening from my teachers. When I was coming at home, I was reciting them and I was recording. So that made me really interested towards that mobile phone. It was of non-breakable body, so I was using it roughly. It was my agenda whenever I was coming back from home after throwing my bag. I was just looking for that mobile phone. I used to play with it, I guess, 2 to 3 hours in a day. And I don't know where I lost it, but that was really an amazing time when I got that mobile phone. And it was really fruitful for me in the learning way as well as in the entertainment. So that was a toy which I received in my childhood. I'll send you the sample answer in the writing form as well. So if still you have some questions, you can ask about. So this is a toy. This was a toy which I received in my childhood. Sir, is there any doubt, sir? You can ask me some questions if you have. Otherwise, I'm going to close this session for today only. We'll catch you again at 11 for the session for writing task 1. Okay, I'll send you topic on your WhatsApp numbers, and you can go through once, and then we'll discuss for that. Sakshi Tandon is asking, is there anything bad about living in the area where anyone knows one another? Is there anything bad about living in an area where anyone knows one another? When anyone knows one another, I think it's good for all the times, but the bad is that it sometimes harms your privacy, or it gives you less opportunity to explore. You don't have anything to learn about. For example, if you're living in your village, right, in city POA, right, Sakshi? If you're living in your city and your parents, they have constructed a home there, and in the future, if you are also going to live in the same place, you are going to be intermingled with the same people, you will not get any exposure. But if you are shifting, for example, you're going to other country or you are going to any other city, definitely you will get different things to enjoy, the culture of that particular area, the food, the recreational sources actually. So if someone, like, if you are unfamiliar with that particular place, you will learn some skills as well, skills of survival. So that is the only bad thing. Otherwise, I think it is always good to live in a place where you have a lot of known people, I guess. How are you doing, Sakshi? Hope doing good. Jyoti Rana is asking, a time when you enjoyed your free time. A time when you enjoyed your free time, ma'am. Is that the cue card? I asked you before. I can send you a sample answer for that. But still, I can discuss that. A time when you enjoyed your free time. It means you have to mention that when you are free. You can say that it was the time of your summer vacations last year, and you're getting bored at home. Then your family and you decided to make a plan for a trip. You went to Shimla with your family, and you guys spent about 3 to 4 days there. You spent quality time with your family. You explored new places. You enjoyed different cuisines there. You took part in some local like festivals there, and you bought a lot of things. So that was entirely a vacation, a free time you enjoyed. That is a trip. But if you're saying that the free time at your home for a few hours, then you can say, I was at home. It was a weekend actually, and I was getting bored. Then I thought I should utilize in a proper manner. Either you can give the example of the book you read of Chetan Bhagat, or you watched the movie 30, Super 30 actually. So that was the time when I was free, and I watched the movie of Hrithik Roshan, Super 30, and I enjoyed that time really much. Dhyan Shankar is asking, do young and old people have the same attitude towards all buildings where you were, man? I have already given the answer of that. This is something okay. Old people, they have different attitude towards old buildings. Actually, they consider old buildings as their heritage, as their tradition actually, while the youngsters, they consider old buildings as the source of revenue only, and for recreation. Otherwise they don't give that much value, because they are looking for such buildings which are important for the modern world actually. So different age groups have different opinions about monuments. I guess now we should close the session. Hope you guys enjoyed. uh, there's 1 minute again for the motivation and for the feedback, if you guys would like to share. Yes, please. And many were there, those didn't participate actually. So just increase your participation. And further, you can just subscribe this channel. You can like and share the video as well, because we need at least 1000 subscribers in order to make the videos on mobile phone. Then it would be really convenient. Every now and then you can receive the videos from my side. So please promote this channel as much as you can. Share the videos with others as well, so they can also get the benefit. Vikas is saying you are already motivated, sir. A goal that you want to achieve, that which was set by yourself, Meenakshi, that will be discussed tomorrow, beta. I'll send you the sample answer of that in writing form, but ask me that. I have to close this session actually. Sir, please arrange a session about IELTS exam. I'm not getting that. What are you saying, Mandeep? About, are you looking for an exam batch? Okay, IELTS exam means when IDP and British Council will start conducting the exams, you know, when you will be free, when there will be permission of a gathering of at least 500 people, right? So you can get that. They have to take a like exam in a hall where they have to gather 500 people when government will allow. So it's just a common sense beta. When there will be a rule that yes, we are free, there is no effect of coronavirus now, in my opinion, it will be in May or even later than that. As you can see that government has announced the relief for 3 months. So they have some plans about, they know the how long this situation will go. So I guess in upcoming month, it is not possible in April, I guess. But still, I will just talk with the officials of the IDP and British Council, and we'll let you know about the same. Right, sir? Okay, guys, enjoy your time. We'll see you again at 11 o'clock with the writing session. Thank you.